Baron Sagway pocketed his phone and turned to look at his mother, who was slowly moving back and forth in a rocking chair on her deck. She frowned at him and asked, "Who was that?" He was reluctant to say anything, but she sighed. "I need to know, especially if it involved your brother." He squatted beside her. "My boss on this job, the one who asked me to look for the war dog. His wife also designed my prosthetics." She sniffed, and he knew the tears would follow soon afterward. "The war dog that Brad rescued?" she asked, her voice low. Baron nodded. "Yeah, it's one of the animals he rescued," he confirmed. "And I know you may not want to hear it, but we can't blame anybody for what happened to Brad. And certainly not an animal." Her sniffles continued for a moment, and she finally nodded. "I know that. In theory." She hung her head. "I mean, it could have happened any day. We knew for a very long time that he had a heart condition that wasn't fixable. Still, it's tough not to consider the idea that, if he hadn't gone out after those dogs, he might still be alive." "He was also doing what he loved to do, Ma," Baron pointed out, "and I think that's just as important." She looked up at him. "But he's still gone." His heart broke at that, and he nodded. "Yes, he is still gone. And nothing will bring him back," he murmured, hating the grief that washed over him. "I know it's devastating, but we can't blame the dogs, and that's the last thing Brad would want us to do." "I know that." She released a heavy sigh. "It still hurts. I'm glad you two finally buried the hatchet." "Our issues were a long time ago. A lot of water under the bridge since then, and we became close. Very close. You know, he was bugging me to come back and move in with him. So yes, it hurts me too. And it'll keep hurting until we all have a little bit of time to process the loss. It'll hurt forever. But the sadness will get replaced with happier memories. Just because we knew it could happen any time didn't mean we were prepared and ready for it to happen." She gave him a ghost of a smile. "You know, he would be livid if I even suggested blaming the dog." "Of course he would," Baron agreed, a smile also lighting his face. "That's who he was." "Even if you know it to be true, that doesn't mean you have to go running out there and repeat his mistakes." In the end, that was the crux of the matter. She'd heard just enough of the conversation to realize that Baron could be putting himself in danger to find the dog. "The hurricane is over," he pointed out, "but that dog and whoever else is out there could be in need of rescuing." Ma shook her head, the soft gray curls bouncing around her head. "God only knows what you were doing for the military, with all your secrets and not even telling your own mother what you did for the government. You lost part of a leg doing your confidential work. But that's over, so it doesn't have to be you now," she argued. "I don't care who these people are who are calling you now. I don't care who they send, where, and what they get themselves into searching for. It doesn't have to involve you." "No, it doesn't have to be me. However, if it's important to us to complete the work that Brad started, then it needs to be me," Baron stated. She considered that for a long moment and slowly nodded. "I guess it means his death wouldn't be in vain." "His death would never be in vain, Ma. Not now, not ever. He spent a lifetime doing all the right things for all the right people, and he made the most out of every day," he declared. "If nothing else, we should be proud of the life he lived." "I am, of course I am," she stated crossly. "But that doesn't mean I was ready to let him go. You sit here and preach it, but you know damn well he wasn't ready to go. He was never a quitter." Baron chuckled. Not only was he not ready to go, he probably would have laughed at the idea that his time was coming. Still, that doesn't mean we can forget the reality that we all knew it could happen any time. He understood his situation very well, and he made the decision to live his life to the fullest. And we need to remember that.